I just was guided by the spirits to give you guys a message. Using my oracle deck of the fairies by Brian Fraud. I'm just quickly this way, and then I'm going to show you, and we're going to get to it. So, they have brought us a message that is, beautiful. I really pretty much almost came to tears when I was reading through it, so that way I can give you guys this information. I'm going to switch the camera here real quick, and then, actually, we'll do it this way. Just so you can kind of do a quick see. These two are the ones that I really want you to see. Card 21 and card 12 that came out together. If you think about how this works, that basically means that if you read it backwards or you read it forwards, it's the same number. It's kind of a huge significant thing in these. So I want you to keep that in mind as we go forward with this. It's positioned a little bit more for us. Alright. So, your overall energy for you guys is, I'm always horrible with saying these things, so forgive me when I mispronounce the Lome, which is unconditional giving, unconditional receiving. You guys are starting to learn to actually walk in this understanding. This is partially where the tears almost came in. The understanding of knowing that what you give is what you get back. Whether it be in the physical realm, whether it be in the emotional realm, the spiritual realm. The understanding that to be able to receive your abundance, you also have to give. That's, kind of how it works. It's living within the actual laws of attraction. You want money, you got to show money. But at the same point, you got to play this game smart, right? You can't just keep giving without giving yourself that moment to rebuild. Again, filling your cups, whether it, again, in the spiritual, the emotional, the physical realm. So, with that note, they have you going from learning how to operate within this unconditional understanding of what I give is what I get. I'm not expecting anything when I give, but because I am not expecting anything, I'm actually going to receive that much more. You've now started to walk the path of a self-expression with the spirit dancer. You are actually starting to learn to live freely, not going with the flow of everybody else, not going with aka the sheep, because that's what society's told you. You're moving to your own beat. You're moving to your own rhythm. You're moving with Ta'um, the poet. A little closer for you. Ta'um, the poet, who is, again, talking about these beautiful energies of clear sight, laughter, not getting into serious mischief, having fun, living in this new energy of just enjoying time, space, life, everything that's coming to you. You're not dwelling in the past. You're actually starting to take the understandings and listen to these small clues, the signs, the synchronicities, the details, the messages that are everywhere, and also learning to stay patient. Because if you look, he has no worries. He's just sitting in his little forest of tree leaves or bush leaves, whichever they are. Bush leaves is what I hear. And enjoying that actual time. Let me close the window. People are being loud downstairs. Hey, quit yelling at people. And moving with that patience into Lissay, the moon daughter, who again is working within the dark but casting her own light. So even though you may still be in a tough patch, feeling like not everything is illuminated yet, you're also understanding with this patience that this will be revealed in time. Working through the riddles, because Spirit loves talking in riddles, fairies love talking in riddles, pretty much anything that is not of the 3D world, speak in riddles, like the Sphinx. There's always some sort of message within what they're showing or telling you. It's learning to decipher what it is they're exactly trying to tell you. And you're moving with hope and promise of the future. You're starting to know that this is your way. This is your path. With Iris of the Rainbow, if you look at her, she's sitting here happy as can be, doing her own thing, living and enjoying with the rainbows and the pixies and the sprites, and just having a good old time. Into, let me pull that one up so I can see what that actually says. Reading it in cursive, my eyes are not picking up on what that says. Nihilist, the alchemist. Here we are. We're learning to make that abundance happen. Unconditional loving, unconditional giving, unconditional work within the divine, and thus comes our abundance. The irrevocable change, the inner transformations. You've moved through so much this year. As they keep telling us, you guys are going forward. They're so proud of you. They want us to keep going forward, to keep moving, to keep stepping towards our path, knowing that we are on the right, finding the blessings in every day, learning to play again up here, being emphasized with the play between the dancing and the poet, and just sitting there enjoying, laughing, having fun, not getting caught up in the 3D realm of negative pulling us down. We're staying at that higher vibration. We're not letting these things tear us down, even if it's a mixed blessing where you feel like you're losing something. You also understand that by losing that, it's also clearing you room to be able to make something, receive something in its place that is more aligned with where you are going on your journey. You're starting to move forward again. You've leveled up once. Now it's time to level up again. Time to start going forward to the next step. Taking that step forward into the unknown. But this time, if you look, these two are friends. Even if you're a little worried about stepping off that path, the other one is right there with you, looking over you. You found your independence. You're polishing your skills. You're actually moving into what needs to be. You're not traveling with a lot. You're traveling with very little, because you've learned that the 3D realm's needs of all the stuff isn't what is really needed. What you need is very little. You need yourself, you need to love yourself, and you need to work within unconditional loving energies, unconditional knowing, not being judgmental, going forward and taking yourself onto the next stage of your path with Tatine the Sylph. And she has always been one of my favorite cards out of this deck. She's just so pure energy. You sit there, you look, she's just a little pixie having her own fun, Just enjoying everything there is. Because she now has this knowing, this mental awareness of the next level. She's being able to discern things that are coming at her. It's not just operating from your ego, your emotional traumas, the pains that have happened through your life, any other transgression that's happened through your life. You're actually taking that knowledge that you've worked through in this upper part of the journey and are now using that to your own advantage. Using that quick intellect, that empathic understanding of how to read the energies before they come through. And just like that, you need to remember that not everything is always what it looks to be. Sometimes our energies can look dark and misleading. Sometimes somebody can look like the best thing in the world, but their actual mission is to be of lower vibrations, not of upper vibrations. You're moving past the illusions. You're not looking at that glamour anymore. You're not reading things because of the outside. You are now starting to look at the inner core, the foundations, the things that are actually the true purpose of. You're not taking that, for example, really, really good looking person, right? Most of us, when we were younger, that's what you see, is just that good looking person. What you don't see behind that is that distorted energy of somebody who is just out to play and manipulate and get what they want. Now that you're working with this acute intellect and you transitioned from this other stage, now you can start to go, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. I'm not having it. I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to even give you the time of day to even try. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There is no third time. Enough is enough. You don't even let this now get that far. You are seeing it before it even gets to fool me once. You see them going, yeah, no. Been there, played that game. Not interested? Move along. Find somebody else. And as you do, as you step into this new being, as you step into this new way of understanding, you move with Lashgana. Finding your hidden treasures. Finding that self-discovery of your actual self. Taking on this new adventure. If you look at her, get her out of the light a little bit. There we go. You can see she's just sitting there, happy as can be, on her toadstool, just chilling with everybody else around her, enjoying a beautiful sunny day with the healing waters, the moving forward with the emotions. No longer are you distorted emotional energy. You are now, again, unconditional energies. You will stand up. You will put your foot down when you need to put your foot down. But you also aren't going to let your emotions play your games. You're not going to be operating from the emotion. You're going to be operating from your intellect. Because your intellect will tell you, first, you've learned to listen to those, those signs. You're learning to listen. You're learning to look past the glamours. Like, can you see how beautiful this reading is, you guys? I am just so proud of you all. You know, it's inspiring to see. This resonates with me as much as this resonates with you all. It's been a tough year for us all. We've all been moving through a lot. And now we're finally stepping into our serenity. We're finally starting to walk more gracefully. And we're starting to move and flow with these pure energies, this light energy, and no longer being forced by others. We are now working with our intuition, the singer of intuition. This is the actual energy of the intuition. This is what we wake up to. This is what starts your spiritual journey. This is what you start to move forward with to try to understand what is it I'm hearing. This is your perceptions. This is your powers. This is your awareness and your trust of the divine, the trust of yourself, discovering yourself and your power, standing within this beautiful energy, standing in your sovereignty. Man, I cannot talk some days. And with that, you have the 2 cards that we were talking about. I'm just working on grabbing those real quick. A lot of cards in this deck. Sometimes it's hard to remember which means which. So you have love given, love received, open heart surgery. You no longer sit in those lower vibrational energies. You are now sitting in this pure, loving, with the green men around you. That's this little guy up here. He's one of the green men. They are your tree spirits. They are the spirits that work with Gaia. They're the ones to look after Earth itself, along with many others. But if you look at this, they are all just happy and loving and celebration. You're in celebration of life, of just being, with the singer of chalice, aka cups. If you think about any tarot deck, cups is always about your emotions, always about being open, always about enjoying and letting go. Again, trusting, or trust. Look, 2 singers. And the trust, the creativity, the hope, the miracles, because again, you're working with that abundance. You now get it. You understand that to create a miracle, sometimes you have to be a miracle for somebody else. To be able to get what you want, sometimes you have to release things. To move forward, sometimes we have to go backward first. Sometimes we have to take a step back to be able to go forward. Sometimes we need to regain and meditate. You know, it's beautiful, you guys. You are moving so far along. You're expanding, you're opening your minds, you're envisioning, and you are now connecting fully with them. And it is absolutely amazing. Much love and light, and have a great evening.